You are listening to the Christian podcast Manna, in Hebrew, what is it? Welcome. Many misunderstand idolatry as something belonging only to the Eastern religions. But the Bible teaches differently. Each one of us has passions for idolatry firm within us. Its lure is only overcome by the Holy Spirit in a careful believer. The very Adamic nature that we all have has in its essence idolatry. Galatians 5:19 through 21 gives us this reality. The acts of the flesh, which is the old nature or the old man, are obvious. Sexual immorality, impurity and debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft. You see, idolatry is in the very firmware of our being. Anyone who is born with the old man has this nature. It is in all humanity, born again or not. I am a born-again believer. I don't bow down to idols or worship God using idols. How then is this nature manifested in me? Do you have greed? Are you covetous? This nature is idolatry. Ephesians 5:5, Colossians 2:2. Are you stubborn and insubordinate against God's established authority? Wives not submitting to their husbands, husbands not submitting to Christ, children not submitting to their parents, believers not submitting to pastoral authority, believers not submitting to one another. All these are examples of insubordination. Insubordination in all its forms are a sin of idolatry. 1 Samuel 15:23. There is another evil that is lodged in many hearts, the evil of making everything fun. Even the sacred must be made fun. In this direction, the worship service is made fun-filled. We sacrifice piety and reverence on the altar of fun. Therefore, we allow the gatekeepers of worship to manipulate us. Do you get bored in worship service and wish for a more jocund or a playful worship service or a more exciting fellowship? Do you go after more colorful, vibrant, coffee shop-esque, Soho kind of church environment, chic and cool? Do you see worship services in terms of traditional and modern? If so, idolatry is the motivation. 1 Corinthians 10:7. You see, we have come to falsely believe that idolatry is just only the bowing down to idols. Though this is a true definition in secular circles, the nature of an idolater lurks in many forms in our actions and deeds. Consider these situations. The very need to make worship service light-hearted and humorous is born out of an idolatrous inspiration. A rebellious son or a daughter is in the practice of idolatry. So is an incalcitrant student or employee if a believer. 1 Samuel 15:23. Greed for food, greedy passions, greed for fame and fortune, or for anything for that matter, is the passion of idolatry. Colossians 3:5. Covetousness, which means being motivated by another's wealth or things, is idolatry. Ephesians 5:5. You see, the practice of idolatry is widely prevalent in our midst. This is the big unseen elephant in our nature.